Hello everybody and welcome back to my vlog. So I just want to show you this, and if you can note just at the top there, we're on the top right 14.248 500. So I said I want my sweet spot to about 250, around about there. But what I've done is, now I'm going out of my band, but the SWR is 1.2 and lower. I go into the very top of the band that I can use, which is 350. A little bit different for you in America. 350. Look, I'm on 1.15. And if I go to the very lowest part where I'm going to be using it, which would be 1400, if I were to use any of the modes, we got a 1.2. But from the area that I would be using it, would probably be about here. 14100, got a 1.1 down there, and all I've done to get this is I was playing around. I went outside and I thought to myself, I'm going to play around, I'm going to put this thing up on some poles and just see what it was like, and that wasn't very good. No, the way I set it up, I just used the ground. How did I do it? Yeah, I got some more experimenting to do anyway. But what I ended up doing was just putting another couple of radials on. And by a couple, I mean a couple of threes. But I've not spread them out. I've just run three together, three together, three together to give it like a thicker radial. And what I found I could do by doing that was, one, I reduced the VSWR, as it can be seen, and I also had to extend the antenna a little bit to make it a little bit longer. And in this game, you know, big is better. So I'll go downstairs and I'll show you what I've done. But you can see, look, that SWR in my sweet spot that I said I wanted to get about 250 is 1.1, and that's very, very good, very, very efficient. So there we go, guys, this is all I've done. But so rather than a lot of this is three. That's what I had, and I had it separated into threes. So it's basically like what this is, but with just threes. But this time I've just used each three on these for these radials, and I've just we're literally just throwing them down the same way. So this isn't any, you know, worked out in any sort of mathematical fashion or anything like that. It's just thrown down like this. But I think what it's doing is it might be acting as a slightly fatter radial on each. I mean, I suppose it is electrically. But that has brought the VSWR down from, what was it, 1.3 to 1.1. Now in this game, it's all about efficiency. And you can see the antenna. Yeah, all the way up there, blooming hell. So yeah. And it's meant that I can extend this. So rather than it going in probably about 10 centimetres, it's only in now about an inch. And again, that gives a little tiny bit of height on the antenna. I'm not saying it's going to make much difference, but the difference that it will make is in the VSWR, which it has already, which means the efficiency has gone up. The amount of power I put into it now is more of that's going to get radiated, and well, we'll see what it's like. It was working all right anyway. I'm not going to knock this antenna for what it is, just and how cheap you can pick them up. I'm not going to knock it at all. And the first improvement that I can see then is by having either fatter radials coming off it, 3 of them, or you can have these things, these tape ribbon cable. I'm sure you can pick it up in the UK. cheap enough, or you can buy them for about £5 from AliExpress per, per one of these, and split it like I have. And we just have 3 of them. One of them comes with the antenna, one of them came with the other antenna, and one of them I bought separately. And but it makes a difference. It makes it more efficient. Okay, so this is something I've noticed with these spread out. Got this one going off here. Got this one bending it, and it goes back to here. But with these spread out like this, it's made the antenna shorter, which means it's now fully extended, and I still need to be able to shift it down the waveband, meaning that my curve is too far up the frequency. Not by much, but enough for it to not be good enough. Yeah, I mean enough for it to be back to 1.3 and a half again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in 2 of these closer to each other. I'll bring this one in down here a bit. Yeah, so those 2 are closer. I'm going to put these 2 to the end of this one here. Can go down here. So those 2 are closer. I'm going to leave the rest the way they are. Alright? And then have a look and see what the difference is. And to show you what I mean, look, there's my 240, 248, 250 here. And look. So really, I mean, that's not as bad as what it was. Really, I need that curve to be a bit further to the left. At that 250, I need the peak of that curve, or the dip in it, to be where my marker is. And I'm going to be doing that using the radials. So this one straight in front of us, I brought it from the left over there, a little bit more in line with where the antenna is now. I just brought it slightly to the right. I've grouped these 2 together like this, and then these 2 here just loosely grouped like that, and over there, I don't know if you can see them that well. You got them there, look. Oh, and sort of like grouped it together, and we got that one over there still in its own sort of dog leg thing. And we'll see what the difference is. Now this antenna is fully extended, and normally you'd have to put it in a few centimeters at least, maybe even 10 centimeters for 20 meters, but it's fully extended, and the antenna itself is still showing to be too small. I'm hoping that you can see there is a difference. 248, yeah, 1.2. So it has moved down slightly. We're just pulling those ground planes in a bit, and that makes the antenna seem longer. Spread out, it makes the same length of antenna seem shorter. Alright, a little bit more grouping, and I might just have that where I want it. So I've sort of left it all the same. The only bit that's different is I've moved that a little bit further upwards there. It still bends back, and I've pulled these 2, instead of being over that way, they're now down there. Alright, and what I'm going to do as well with this, with these 2, I'm just going to pick these up and run them down together into there. I'll just pull that down, so it's a little bit more grouped together. Because that's the difference I noticed. You spread them all out and it effectively makes the antenna a lot shorter. You group them all up, it makes the antenna longer, so you need to shorten it. And but there is a difference between having groups of 2s and 3s. There's what there is just having one, one length going out. Let's go and see what it's done upstairs. Okay, so as you can see there, what we've done with it is yeah, just grouping them together, you see. And that's 1 0. It's not a 1 8, it's a 1 0. And that's sort of where we want it to be. That's good. That is good, I'm impressed with that. Could probably do with just a slight little tad more being grouped together, just to get it perfectly where I want it, but do you know, for now, I think that's good enough. Right in the centre. If I put that like that, yeah, put that like that. So hopefully we can see this. I've got a bit of a dodgy connection there. I'll get that looked at. And if I go up to 350, there you go. And what we got? 1.0 something. Can't see it. What's it say it is? Yeah, we got a bit of a duff on the wire. I've got some better wire coming. 1.09. That's at that end. Now at the other end, 146. Well, 100 is where I'm going to be. 195, 187, 1.1. Right, and that's where I'm going to be really. Because anything underneath that, it's just like squiggles and noises for me. So yeah, I'm happy with that just for now. We'll see what that's like. I need to just see which bit of this is just being a pain. It could just be this this thing here. It's been on for a while. Probably need to buy a newer one, a better one. It's only about 35-40 quid. Right guys, so like they say, the proof is in the pudding, right? Let's just go and look at the top. I can't understand them. Right, let's go and have a look right in the middle.
Teraz tacy prowaty albo jest ten sygnał, jak przeskoczy jakiś tam próg, albo go po prostu nie ma.
The only part I recognise that was ha ha ha. Because it's quite weak for me, I'll miss that for now. Come back to that. To 8 though, was alright. No. I think he was saying India Victor 3 Lima Papa Oscar. Mike 7 Sierra Victor Whiskey.
Mike 7 Sierra Victor Whiskey 59.
Thank you very much, sir. I think you're about a 5.9 yourself.
Okay, dziękuję powodocznie. Thank you, QNZ. SP9 Adam Dorota Grażyna. SP9 Adam Dorota Grażyna. Jesteś w logu. Ja nie rozumiem, co ma was cały czas.
00. He wasn't 5'9". I couldn't remember what he was, but they all say 5. There's no way I'm 5'9" out there. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock, isn't it? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. So I'm going to write it down in my log later. So that was the first key straight into him. I don't know where he is, but I can only just pick him up there. Which means that, you know, we're working well. And if you're new to this sort of thing, they don't normally go on odd, funny numbers at the end. You can normally round it off to something, let's say 00 or 50. Possibly even like 10, 20, 30, 40, but they don't normally go on a weird one. They won't be on a 7 or anything like that. If I hear his call sign, I'll shout out to him, but if I can't hear it, I won't shout out. Mike 7, Sierra Victor Whiskey.
Mike 7, Sierra Victor Whiskey, fix the line.
Thank you, sir. 59 yourself.
Thank you, good luck. Italy uniform. 7, Sierra Victor Whiskey. This is Oscar Fluid. Charlie Tango Hotel. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming back to the call. I'll give you a report in my next transmission. My name is Peter. Tabeco Tango Eco Rebel. QT, it's a small town in the central part of Denmark. It's a beautiful sunny day, but very cold. Temperature is about 0. By now, the antenna should be pointing into your direction 7. So I wonder how you got it by now. Mike 7, Sierra Victor Whiskey, City TT8.
Oh, that's very nice to make your acquaintance there, coming out of Denmark. I'm in the UK. The conditions this way, so it's a nice bright sunny day. The working conditions are I've got a portable antenna. It's just a telescopic rod pushed into the ground in my garden, and I'm using a Kenwood 440 with a 7-amp power supply. Over to you. Oh, it's just you're coming through in conditions allow 5 and 7. 5 and 7.
Thank you for the 5 and 7. Having turned the antenna into your direction, you came up quite a bit. You're now 5 and 8, 5 and 9 in the clear, and okay on your working conditions. Working conditions on this site, approximately 200 watt from a Yeesu Fox Tango Delta X-Ray 5000 MP. The microphone is Audio Technica. The antenna in old Fritz-Leahy, 10 meters above the ground, now pointing into your direction.
Oh, roger that. Well, it's certainly working very well. It's certainly working very well indeed. It's always lovely to talk to fellow ham radio users out in Denmark there. I think you're the only person. I've only had my license 3 weeks, and I think you're the second person I've spoken to from Denmark. Over to you.
Congratulations on your license, and hopefully you'll find just as much joy and pleasure working on the bands as I have done in my time. I had my license at the age of 16, and now I'll be soon 76, so I was a license for 6 years. I wasn't active for 6 years, but I came back to the hobby approximately 10, 18 years ago, and I've been pretty active ever since. And if you look up on QSS.com, you will see the full setup here. Microphone Victor 7 and 7, Sierra Victor Whiskey, City TT8.
Roger that, Roger. What was your first name again, please?
My first name is Peter, Papa, Echo, Tango, Echo, Romeo.
Roger, Peter, got that nice and clear. The first name this way is Simon, Sierra, India, Mike, Oscar, November. Yeah, I mean, I'm new. I came from the CB radio decades ago, and just thought as I was getting older, start looking at retirement in 10 years, that I wanted another hobby. I enjoy playing around with antennas, making antennas and playing around, seeing how well they work or don't work. And this particular antenna, like I say, it's just over 5 meters telescopic rod, and a coupler going into ground, and the coax coming off it, and it's sat in the back of my garden. It doesn't have a great deal of clear space around it. There's brick walls and all sorts, but it seems to be doing really well. It's just surprising what you can do with 5 meters of antenna. Over to you.
Sure, John. Yes, that is quite a surprise, but a pleasure as well. Alan, I'll leave you here, work a few more stations, and so wish you the best luck, and welcome to the hobby. Mike 7, Sugar Victor Whiskey, over to the CT Talk and Clear.
008CTH, lovely to make your acquaintance. Hope to do it again further down the log. 73 for now. Good luck.
Jenna, please. QSS, Oscar, Silhouette, Charlie Tango Hotel. Я будет пидорас, страх не менять мой шоколад.